Have you ever wondered about the true nature of human differences, or if the categories we use to describe people align with what science tells us? It is a question that often comes up in conversations about human identity and biology. Let us get right to the point. No, racial categories, as commonly understood, do not have a scientific basis in biology. The concept of distinct biological races is a social construct, not a biological reality. Understanding this is crucial because misconceptions about race have historically been, and continue to be, a root cause of discrimination and prejudice. The fundamental reason for this lies in human genetic variation. Scientific research has consistently shown that genetic differences among human populations are continuous, meaning they blend gradually across geographic regions rather than showing sharp, distinct boundaries. Furthermore, the vast majority of human genetic variation, approximately 85%, exists within so-called racial groups, not between them. This means that two individuals from the same broad geographic region are often as genetically different as two individuals from vastly different regions. So, how do we explain the visible differences we see, such as skin color, hair texture, or facial features? These are called phenotypic traits, and they are largely superficial adaptations to different environmental conditions over long periods. For instance, varying skin pigmentation is primarily an adaptation to different levels of ultraviolet radiation around the globe. These traits vary independently of each other and do not cluster into neat, genetically distinct packages that correspond to traditional racial classifications. What can you do with this information? You can shift your perspective from categorizing people by arbitrary racial labels to appreciating the rich and continuous spectrum of human variation. Focus on individual characteristics and personal identity rather than relying on broad, inaccurate biological categories. This understanding empowers you to challenge outdated assumptions and promote a more nuanced view of human diversity. An interesting detail from human evolutionary biology is that all modern humans trace their ancestry back to Africa, a process often called the Out of Africa migration. This means that humanity spent its longest period of evolution and diversification on the African continent, resulting in the greatest genetic diversity found there. As small groups migrated out of Africa, they carried only a subset of this diversity, and subsequent migrations and adaptations created what geneticists refer to as clinal variation, which are gradual changes in gene frequencies across geographic space without clear dividing lines. Embracing the scientific understanding that race is a social construct helps us move beyond biologically flawed notions that have fueled inequality. It encourages us to celebrate the beautiful, continuous tapestry of human genetic and cultural diversity, recognizing that our shared humanity is far more significant than any superficial differences.